Oh man, that was an important meeting I had to go to. Luckily, I was still on time. Now I'm heading off towards the Lofoten. Wow, now it's 19 degrees outside. I like that too. It should be 80 here, but I'm not sure in Norway. I don't want to risk anything. They're not getting me a second time.
I've said it before, but I will say it again. I travel too fast. I get caught up in the driving and suddenly I've covered hundreds of kilometers without really stopping. It's a habit. Even though it's not my first time in the north, I still feel this weird pressure to keep moving, to fly through the countries instead of just being there. To be honest, when I'm alone, I sometimes don't know what to do with myself once the engine is off. I didn't bring a fishing rod, and my hiking boots, well, they are held together by duct tape at this point. So hiking wasn't really an option.
Alright guys, I've made it to Lofoten and it's beautiful as expected and as I remember it. Yeah, it's a slight storm outside. Tomorrow I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do. I think I will go for a short hike somewhere. I don't know where yet. First of all, I'll have to get gas because I'm running low on fuel. But yeah, that's the plan for tomorrow.
To be honest, looking at this, a part of me was already done with Norway. I wanted to be back in Sweden, back in the quiet. But I couldn't just pass the Lofoten Islands without seeing them one more time. It was a massive detour, so much driving just for a glimpse. But I felt like I had to do it. I had this magical image in my head from 3 years ago. My first solo trip, autumn 2022. I remembered empty roads, incredible landscapes and northern lights every single night. I met great people back then, it was perfect. But this time it was different. Of course, it's summer now, so I knew it wouldn't be the same. But the sheer amount of camping tourists, it just didn't feel right. There were so many people everywhere that I actually felt out of place. It wasn't the peace I was looking for. So I didn't stay long. I realized you can't just recreate a memory. I turned back towards Sweden as fast as I could. I crossed the border at Abisko. and headed towards Kiruna. Along the way, the massive iron ore train was racing me, but it won. The rain got heavier with every second, and the roads got worse with every meter.
I've done quite a lot of driving today. I'm exhausted. But now I'm at Kiruna and it's raining. It's raining a lot. Not right now, but it has been raining a lot. And that's why I'm eating inside of the car today. It's pretty late already.
I wanted to sleep in the rooftop tent again, but because I arrived that late at this campsite, I slept in the car once again, but it wasn't comfortable.
Because the mattress I have in the chimney, I have to change that. After 5 or 6 days that I'm sleeping in the car now, it's already compressed and not comfortable anymore. So I'm gonna have to change that, but that's a good thing. I have the rooftop tent and then I can sleep in there tonight, because today's campsite, I know where I will be heading today. I'm gonna visit a campsite I visited 3 years ago. There it should be, not that windy. Schlechter. Mosquitos.
Heading south, I decided to stop at a very special piece of history. Near the small village Porjus, there is the wreck of a British Lancaster bomber from World War II. It had to make an emergency landing here after it was hit and couldn't fly any further. I will put the full story on the screen for a moment if you are interested, and I really recommend it. You can pause the video to read the full story. The most incredible part is that the crew actually survived the crash landing. As I headed further south, I was slowly reaching Jokkmokk. And with that, I was slowly reaching the campsite I was looking forward to, I guess the whole trip. Along the way, I also met Rudolf and his friends.
With the rooftop tent and the trailer, it works perfectly. The only problem is when the tent is set up, you can't reach the stuff in there. That's why I built this big drawer thing. When you put things underneath that and then forget to put them to get them out before you set up the tent, then you have a problem. So wish me luck. If the door closes right now, I'm stuck. Got it. I've ran out of anti-mosquito spray and went back to the store, got some new spray, and this bad boy. This really helps. Oh man, just look at this. That's why I wanted to come back to Sweden. I love it. Cheers.
I long lost count of the days. Wooden trails brought me to this place.
I really enjoyed this evening and sat at the fire for quite a long time. When it was 2:30 in the morning, I looked at my phone and realized, well, maybe I should go to bed. It's not getting dark. I guess at this point you can say it's a tradition for me to take the road along the Vildmarksvägen in Sweden when I'm heading south, because this was like the third time I drove along that road, and this was one of those days where I didn't know when to stop and when to find the campsite, which led to me driving until 11 or 12 p.m. But I didn't regret it, because the roads were completely empty and it was such a beautiful atmosphere.
These days are running slow. Sunsets and shores far from home. Headlights are shining on the sea. No place on earth I'd rather be. And I could try to just follow the swell, but I'll never find this anywhere
But at 12 p.m. it was enough driving. I had seen everything and finally found a campsite and could go to bed. guess visiting the waterfall is also part of the tradition now, like the Wildmarkswegen. It's always worth it to go there. It's an impressive sight. This day I had gotten a message from my friend Basil. We met in Jokkmokk years ago, and by some crazy coincidence he was heading north right now. The problem? We were 16 hours apart on completely different routes. Normally you just say, maybe next time. But after that swim, I looked at the chimney and thought, I've already driven so much on this trip. What's another few hundred kilometers? So we decided to meet in the middle. A long distance race through the Swedish wilderness. 8 hours driving for each of us. And you know what? I lost. He beat me by just 2 minutes. That's how close the race was. After the rainy fishing trip with Basil, I continued my journey home. My last stop was a tradition. Our family cabin. My grandparents were spending their holiday there and I stayed for a few days to just wind down. I always enjoy spending some time with them together there. It's the one place where I don't feel the urge to keep driving. I spent my last day fishing at our lake. Once again, in the rain. But this time, no luck. But honestly, it didn't matter. Looking back, I'm just grateful for the experiences, the conversations and the people I met along the way. I've realized that I really need to start taking things slower, and I'm already looking forward to my next trip later this year. I'll be heading back north to hunt for northern lights. And this time I'm going to take my time. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Cheers.
For half a mile, but nothing changes. And ain't it strange that we didn't notice as a child?